tight clothes, keep your jaw closed. We sold out everywhere, that's my show. I'm a psycho. I got like I'm pyro, got more pen game than your biro. Won't fuck if you pack a micro with your white flag. Shit died though. Take you to the back, ass fat. Bring the paper wrap. This ain't even the gram. No, thank you, ma'am. I know shit better than Julio on ice. Baby, pay that price. I'm not nice, but I know you like that pressure, right? 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 Right? You like that pressure, right? You like that pressure, right? No, you like that pressure, right? No, you like that pressure, right? No, you like that pressure, right? 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 Pressure,
RTR FM 92.1.
Come down.
Come down and have a chat with us.
Okay.
Thank you, your last one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I looked and I was like, 4 minutes, that's me done then, yeah? Easy. I thought you were singing add-ons, so I was like...
Sorry.
You're okay.
Let me tell you, things are heating up here in the Red Room, getting a bit of a sweat on. I think I'm going to have to hit that aircon. Triplet, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How do you enjoy that?
It was good. So hot in here now.
Isn't it? It's great. Well, we've had it all going on. We had Breathe with his set up there to the left. We've got the Brooks set up here on the right, and then Astrid Fox is queuing up some vinyl as we speak. She's going to be taking over in just about probably about 5 minutes time. But Triplet, great to have you in the studio. Is this the first time on Looney Tunes?
First time on Looney Tunes, yes.
Yeah, I think you've been on. Well, was you Full Frequency or something? I think you were.
A Tuesday night show, which I can't remember the name of.
I can't remember. Yeah, I should know.
A long time ago, though.
I should know all of the shows, obviously, but I mean, Looney Tunes being the best, offering the best in underground music, and those tunes I didn't. Apart from that remix of BK Revolution, I didn't know a single one of those tunes, which is it's cool actually. We play at some of the same clubs, and we would say we both play techno to some degree, but play totally different styles of stuff.
Yes, I was thinking that you might not have heard me play the hard techers before. That's why I was like, I might bring them in with me this week.
Yeah, actually, one of my favourite sets I've seen of yours recently was, it was actually the Temple. I think you played After Me at Geisha.
Yes.
Yeah, it was nice.
Similar flavour, that one, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually, do you know Ben, the guy that used to produce this show with me, Ben 10? Do you know him?
I know of him. I don't think we've met.
He came to watch me play actually, and when he came over, like I had just finished playing, and he was just like, "I much prefer this music." Actually, he was like, and I'd just been playing for the last 2 hours, and he said it was a bit flat-footed before, and I was just like, "But this is," and I was like, "Oh yeah." He really enjoyed your music.
This guy, I brought him with me.
Yeah, he's one of my best mates actually. I thought he'd say, "Oh, well done, yeah, he played a good set." And flat-footed's not a compliment, eh?
Not at all.
No, hard to be flat-footed with that kind of music, because I noticed there was kind of spanning a few genres there. You know,
yes.
You got psytrance, there's techno, there's kind of hard house. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Apparently it's all techno, but it all sounds a bit different.
Yeah, I think it all fits in that genre, definitely. But it's like techno's probably the broadest of all of the styles, really, isn't it?
It sure is, very much a broad term.
Yeah, anything from 120 BPM all the way up to 160 or whatever was you were playing, or 150 or something?
I finished around 160, yeah.
Ah, lovely. Tell us a little bit about, like, your transition from, like, to musically where you are now, like, from when you started.
It's been a long one. I've been at this for nearly 8 years now. I've always loved the driving techno from day one, and I loved like real grimy bass house that like almost sounded a bit dirty.
Yeah.
And then this flavour of hard techno started coming out, and I was like, this is kind of a combination of both.
Yeah.
With a lick of my favourite psytrance.
Yeah. Which
I discovered, I think, maybe 3 or 4 years into mixing.
Yeah.
Someone invited me to a doof, and I was like, wow, these duggers sound all right.
Mm. Yeah,
started mixing them.
I always find it strange, not strange, but like Australia is really big on the psytrance. You know, everywhere you go around Australia has its own little scene with psytrance. It's not so big in the UK, but yeah, a lot of Aussies seem to really love their psytrance.
Not really, hey. It's just us and Europe, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of Brazil, but yeah.
And like in the Middle East and stuff.
Yes,
there's
Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So much psytrance over there, crazy. But if you go to like America or the UK, unheard of.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, I actually heard psytrance for the first time in the UK, but it was in a little side room, and it wasn't the main event where it is like I don't know about you, but because whilst I was always playing techno, the style of techno that I played at the Duffs really had to change, because it was. They like that sort of more psychedelic sound out in the bush and the Duffs and those kind of festivals I've found.
Yes, the wiggly bits definitely are well suited to the trees.
Yeah. Yeah, you played at Earth Dance recently?
Yes, I did.
Nice festival.
Yes, that is my favourite party.
Yeah.
Go out every year and always do the full weekend.
Yeah. I remember you saying that. It's a special party for you. And it was a cool vibe, and it was nice to see it, continuing.
I'm so glad that someone picked it up this year. I was a bit stressed that it might not continue after the Mad Hatters moved to focus on their huge psytrance festivals, and the TJ boys hung up their hats. I was a bit like, who's going to do it this year? But they saved the day for us.
I've got a feeling that the hat rack that they hung their hats on isn't solid though.
It's so very temporary.
Yeah, it's shaky. Like the hat's almost falling off.
I saw some dates in a certain group that are held aside next year, and I was like, ooh, what have we got here?
What's happening here then?
Yeah, I was like, I see, noted.
Have you guys met before? Kylie, Astrid Fox, how are you?
Howdy.
How are you, love?
How you doing? What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel.
You're looking like fresh for this time in the morning.
Thank you, Aaron.
Hey.
Look at us two hotties sitting across the desk from Aaron and Emma.
Hey, look, one of my school teachers said to me, she said, flattery will get you everywhere. I'll never forget.
You're so adorable. But me and Triplet were actually voted Perth's hottest DJs.
That was in the female category.
I'm just joking.
You guys joined. Yeah.
I'm just joking.
I think I was most improved on the most scattered award.
You got most improved.
Yeah, well, I was the most improved.
Getting
being
scattered.
Yeah.
I think I have met Triplet. I've met you on my Facebook.
Yes, we've definitely met online, maybe at a Rollers gig many moons ago, but yeah, we've both been around for
Rollers.
a minute. Yeah.
As in like roller?
Yes.
No way. Yeah, for sure. Well,
I used to go to them all the time.
So do you know who was just at the gig where I just left is NVS? Do you remember that guy from like way back in the day?
Yo, maybe?
Oh, his set was it was such a treat for me. Like the younger crew that were there, they just went inside, listened to the jump up and everything, like the screech. I was out there just wilding out.
Yeah.
So good.
What sort of music?
Jungle.
Cool.
But he has a
Was it a jungle event?
It was like, so I have like vinyl stage outside, and all us old dogs go out there, we play jungle, and then all the young guys, all the young bucks go inside, they'll play like jump up and that. So it's like, I don't know, 2 stages, and it's like 2 sort of crowds.
Oh, cool.
It is cool. But honestly, when he finished, I was like, brother, that was
there's quite a few nights like cropping up in the northern like suburbs, especially because there's a lot of English and Irish people up there, and wherever that is, you're going to be having a bit of raving sort of something's going on. They're going to need some local raves.
Wonder if we can get Triplet to play at NRG.
Oh, I think so.
Dang.
I think that kind of music is that.
That would be sick, eh? If she could play that, like, because the beer garden stage is going to be like the sort of duffer stage. I've got Braggadocio playing and Fiendish, so like the sort of.
We love the girls.
Yeah,
guys, if you're just tuning in, that what we're talking about is an event that Astrid Fox is running in about 4 weeks' time?
Saturday the 16th of November.
Saturday 16th
Tickets
of November.
now on sale.
Yeah, fantastic. And sort of tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's story time, bub. So lots of love coming through on the TikTok live at Astrid Fox Music. Love you, Shaz. Now, it is story time, guys. I don't know if Triplet wants to stay for this or if she needs to go outside and have a smoke or whatever. Either way, you guys are about to get an education on Greg Packer.
Let's have it.
Okay. So I have some notes I wrote today, but I thought this was really important to share with Perth. Anyone that's like driving in your car or laying in bed, like a little bit cooked still from last night, I really want you to learn about Greg Packer. So Greg Packer is from Northampton in England, and in the late 80s or early 90s, he won a b-boy competition breakdancing in the UK. So he loved his hip-hop, like a little white kid type of thing. But he mentioned like he would hang out with all the kids that were like West Indies sort of crowd.
Yeah.
So he'd go back to their house and their dads would be playing reggae on vinyl. So that sort of, I think, gave him the inspo with the jungle. But basically he started out like with soul music, and his mum used to play like soul music around the house on vinyl. What a legend. It made me think about my own kids, and like I always make them listen to my music. But anyway, so she influenced him. He loved music. And then basically he entered into a DJ comp in Berlin and he won. And so then he got like a residency in Berlin, and, you know, it'd be sold out every night, blah, blah, blah. Then he comes over to Perth because his dad was a brickie, right? I thought you loved this.
Yeah.
So his dad's a brickie. He goes, oh, you know, we'll go out to Australia. So he comes out, brings the 2 kids, Greg and his brother. So they come out. Greg's just loving music, but imagine he's gone from that in the UK.
Yeah.
And he's like headlining shows with Carl Cox, sold out warehouse shows, the whole thing. Wow. And like, you know, those 2 guys are still best friends, Carl and Eric and Greg. But yeah, I just love Greg. So basically I arrived on the Perth scene. I don't know about, how old are you?
Me, I'm 26.
So I'm 10 years older than you.
Exactly.
Yes, I missed you. But Greg's a little bit older than me again, right? So when Greg arrived in Perth, you know, imagine the difference in the scene from the UK, and he was in like the happy hardcore.
Yeah.
And so then I think that like Carl Cox went more down the techno route, whereas Greg went more down the jungle drum and bass. And so you mentioned about Roller. On Thursday nights, we'd all go to Roller at the Rosemount just down the road, and Greg would play there. And I still have like an actual CD, and it's Greg Packer, MC Shawshock, and like they were just like some of the best nights of my life. Anyway, love Greg. Nicest guy. You would just be like rolling off you can imagine me before I was sober. I was a nightmare. And he's never rude to anyone. He's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. Like he's so lovely.
Yeah.
But I wrote a quote down here because everyone loves Greg. So we're really happy because I have this event coming up called NRG, and it's like my first sort of house music, tech house event. That's why I wanted Aaron M to play, and hopefully Triplet will come. But I thought, I'm going to ask Greg, but he doesn't do gigs because he goes to the UK every summer. He plays like Boomtown.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to ask him. And he wrote back. He said yes. So he's going to be playing at the Sovereign Arms in Joondalup on Saturday the 16th of November. And I'm so stoked. But basically, so he comes to Perth, he starts playing more like jungle drum and bass, and then he heard some tunes that were like remixes by Late Night Tough Guy. Have you guys heard of him?
Yeah.
And so I think he felt really inspired by those tunes, and then he started doing his own remixes, and that's now like his main source of income. You know, he was charting #1 on Traxsource, Juno, with these like beefed up heavy bass line, perfectly synced. Because I suppose as a DJ, so here's another interesting fact. Greg Packer has 25,000 records.
Amazing.
That's insane.
That is insane.
That's actually insane.
That's all the records that I own is behind Aaron. But yeah, love Greg Packer. So we're really stoked to have him. It's very generous of him to give us his time to come play at the Sovereign Arms, and we're just so stoked. Funky Fletch is also a well-known DJ here in Perth.
Yeah.
Love him, love his wife Chloe. So they'll be there, us, and I've hired decks off, you know that dude, Deviance?
Oh, yeah, Deviance. Yeah.
I'm dyslexic.
Gethin,
my boy, yeah. So have you seen his decks?
Oh, yeah, played on, yeah.
Brother, so I've hired those decks.
Oh, nice.
Because I didn't want to like roll out with my shit controller for Greg.
That's right.
So I've hired Gethin some full brand new decks, and that, what is that controller called? What's that?
Mix is called the V10.
V10. So I learnt to mix on that at London Sound Academy.
Oh, wow.
But I've only ever used it one other time in Perth when I hired his. Yeah. So I've hired that so that like I'm not embarrassed in front of Greg. But anyway, so I love Greg. He also then came to Perth, right? And he entered into the WA DMC championships. And he won. And so then he won like brand new decks. So he was stoked. But yeah, he's just the guy that everyone loves, and he's got tunes signed to like Glitterbox, Defected. When I was about 14 years old, it was when are we allowed to talk about stuff like that? No.
We're allowed to talk about anything.
Well, people used to drive red Mitsubishi cars everywhere, all over Perth, you'd see them. Blue dolphins in the water. Anyway, we'd go to Rise every Saturday. I was like 14, 15 years old. Greg Packer at the Rise residency, and honestly they were the best nights ever. You'd have Greg, and yeah, like I can't imagine how insufferable me and all my friends must have been.
Nah.
We would just say on the balcony, like, Greg, I need to tell you something that you don't know about music, or like try and like critique his movies. I just sound like a wanker.
Someone's going to slide in with the banter.
I love Greg Packer, and so I'm so stoked. He lives in the northern suburbs of Perth. He's one of the unsung heroes of Perth. And just I'll finish my story time with a quote by... just to, demonstrate the effect that Greg Packer has had on so many lives in Western Australia, in the Western Australian music scene. So just people like Shock One, Pendulum, Keto, all of those people, their careers began like in Greg Packer's sort of heyday. And so he walks so they could run. And so I love Greg Packer. But recently I saw Paul, what's his DJ name's El Hornet, but he's like the DJ from Pendulum. Okay. And he wrote, he walked as tall as any international DJ, and we were young rinsers. We'd hold our breath every time he walked in. He's absolute royalty. Oh, that's so cool. That's what Paul Harding had to say about Greg. And when I read that, I was like, that really sums it up for me because, we were all just like, Greg Packer. And so, yeah, stoked about Greg playing at Energy.